Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man. Dillian Whyte and AJ demands 10 million apiece, 20 million combined to step aside for Fury and Usyk. Also, Tyson Fury not looking in great shape. And it look like Tyson Fury really ain't trying to fight Dillian Whyte, you know. But let's talk about it. Check out the heavyweight and boxing news playlist. So let's kind of get into the Dillian Whyte AJ thing where they have for 10. And AJ said he ain't stepping aside. He gonna beat Usyk a second time. And I said Usyk just celebrated his birthday and well, 27 million is one thing. One site is saying. Oh, somebody's saying like 27 million. I seen 20. So yeah, that's 20. 20 million pounds. They want to step aside. Like I said before, they was telling Wilder he should take the step aside money, and like I said before, man, it's a whole bunch of people in this world that tell you to do something that they not willing to do. You feel what I'm saying? And then they go out here and do the same thing. That's what we call hypocrites. Now there's exceptions, but ain't no exceptions to this rule. And it's Fury and Usyk a big enough fight to pay him that amount of money. That's 30 million, that's 20 million pounds. For like 40 million United States dollars. So like I said before, I mean, no, it's just like, would I really step aside? I really pay that much money? Is that fight really is big enough? Where does that shit really what is that, what does the fight really gross between Fury and Usyk? Like I said before, they doing a lot of posturing. They doing a lot of posturing, bro, but they ain't trying to make these deals happen. And this is what's plaguing boxing, man. It's like leprosy in boxing, dude. It's like, it's continued to get plagued by dudes not wanting to fight each other. You know, they want to avoid. Go ahead and fight them and then hopefully later on this year y'all can fight. Ain't no controversy. I don't think Usyk ain't really been complaining about nothing. I think Usyk is very confident in beating Anthony Joshua. And why wouldn't he be? When you see Joshua's body language in that fight, why would I pay you 10 to step aside? I really think this coming from Bob Arum. And then you got to remember, too, they said this Fury last fight on Top Rank. So is Bob Arum willing to shelve 20 million pounds? That's 40 million. Damn near 40 million. Our money. I might be wrong on that. But, to make this fight, how big is this fight? Is this fight even a $40 million fight? Like I said, Bob Arum on the books is worth 300 million, probably worth a lot more than 300 million. Probably worth a lot more than 300 million. So, like I said before, Bob Arum, I don't know if they per se worried about Dillian Whyte. I would say they were. But Bob Arum, bro, is, Fury ain't signed the extension to our knowledge. Think about that for a minute. Fury ain't signed the extension. So if Fury do beat Dillian Whyte, right, he able to walk over to Eddie, and Eddie get to keep the money in the house, or he could represent his house himself versus Eddie Hearn. That's what people got to think about for a minute. Now AJ came out and said, man, he came out and said that he gonna beat up on Usyk and all this, that, and the third. It's a rumor going around. He actually fired. He did fire Rob McCracken. I don't know how true that rumor is, but he says that he's gonna take his titles away from Usyk. But you look at this picture. I don't think that's a good. I don't think that's. I don't think you can whoop him. Maybe AJ can punch. Got explosive hand speed. But it says interesting is Joshua is now receptive to taking the rematch clause and wanting 15 million per for him to step aside to let Fury face Usyk in his place, according to the Daily Star. The 15 million pounds is a steep asking price for a fighter that should be glad to step aside for free so he can be unburdened. That's a funny line right there. Joshua says he's going to reign again. Quote, my next fight, I'm going to beat him and I'm going to take those belts from him, said Joshua to Stub TV about his desire to take back the titles from Usyk. He says, I'm going to reign again and become a 3-time heavyweight champion of the world, whether people like it or not. I mean, my thing at this point Is it just you trying to speak it into existence, or or do you believe it? That's the question. I don't think he believe it, bro. And AJ always came off like an artificial robot to me. He always came off like a guy that, you know what I'm saying? It's like manufactured. Even when he says manufactured, like he trying to be something. He got an identity crisis, bro. I will say that. Somebody came on here and said, I think it was I can't remember who it was. Somebody came on live and said this dude had an identity crisis. And they might be right. I think this dude has an identity crisis. Like the big meaches, what I'm saying, the Red Redmonds. Like, nigga, what, man? You a $1 million, multi-million-dollar person, bro. You talking about the streets? And those streets don't compare to the streets that Alexander Usyk come from. And after hearing what Malik Scott said about how Usyk trained and he think Usyk would Fury, I'm a believer. I'm a believer that this dude gonna do it. He gonna go down as a top 10 heavyweight. And in my opinion, he'll go down above Vladimir and Vitaly. If he can beat AJ, he can beat Fury. You know what I'm saying? Or you can throw Dillian Whyte in there. He beat AJ and Fury, bro. He go down for me above the Klitschko's, above Vladimir and Vitaly. And I love Vitaly, but they ain't fought nobody like them in their primes. They ain't fought nobody like that. He go down there and beat them, and then he beat Wilder, or you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the end goal is for Alexander Usyk. I just think he like fighting. And heavyweights, it's always said they age differently because they don't have to make weight. So, I mean, who else you want to be going there and beat up the boys? I mean, already fought Michael Hunter at cruiserweight. I mean, other than that, he already beat Joy Joyce in the World Series of Boxing. I mean, Wilder, Ortiz. I mean, it's always somebody. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, he become undisputed, bro. Yeah, he cracked my top 10. Y'all want to say, oh, this dude better than him. It's my opinion, bro. But for sure, I'm putting him over the Klitschko, bro. And then I think, he might give Evander some good work. He probably struggled against Mike Tyson for sure. But, Tyson ain't in 10, but good fighter, bro. Good fight. He's showing that, bigger, taller, and stronger don't mean crap. He's on it don't mean nothing. Oh, these heavyweights are too big for the heavyweights tomorrow, man. If you know how to fight, you know how to fight. Size don't really matter. And these niggas don't even got conditioning. They getting tired fighting 400-pound, 300-pound Tyson Fury just got off his couch eating a loaded baked potato. So at the end of the day, they asked AJ if Wilder to step aside, but they ain't stepping aside. So I said, that's what happened when you let English Muffins get up in here. He said, we're all still moving forward towards, okay, he says AJ and Whyte can step aside. I said, we all still move forward towards Joshua versus Usyk, and Fury versus Whyte, but there are still people who would like to see Fury versus Usyk for undisputed and will be willing to pay a lot of money for it, Eddie Hearn said via the Daily Star. If there's a lot of money in the pot, there can be a plan put in place to make all the fighters happy, then there's a chance it can happen, but the problem is time. Like I said before, why would he condense his fight? Why would he condense his money? You got to remember, he got a stake in Usyk. He co-promotes Usyk, and he has a stake in Joshua and Dillian Whyte. So he got 3 of the 4 fighters, bro. So why would he be rushing for undisputed? However the forecast look pretty good for Eddie Hearn. Why would he even accept take a step aside money? Why wouldn't he, unless it's what they asked him for? 27 million pounds according to this article, 20 according to the other one. He got 3 of the 4 fighters in this race. So the math tell you that he's still, regardless of what happened, he's still gonna be part of undisputed. Then out of the one fighter that he don't promote that he passed up, he gonna be a free agent after this fight. So he literally can control the heavyweight division now after Bob Arum took an interest in it after Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. He literally could have 4 of the 4 fighters out of the heavyweight division. Then I think he got Joyce, you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know. Al Heyman kind of Queensberry now. Frank got Joyce. So he basically controlled the division, bro. And everybody will have to go through him. If Deontay won a shot, if Usyk win or Fury win again, Andy Ruiz won a shot, Frank Sanchez won a shot. You know what I'm saying? So, Tony Yoka just passed up the IBF mandatory because he had a fight already in place or whatever. Sounds swishy to me. So, like I said before, Eddie Hearn got Philip Hargovic, Croatian cat. Like I said before, man, why would Eddie Hearn even think about doing step aside? That makes no sense. He might end up with all the top fighters at the end of the day. He might end up with all of them. So I said before, it's everybody's best interest financially that AJ get to the final, get to the AJ and Fury is undisputed. But the actual best undisputed financially for all the fighters involved and internationally and all the stuff for them was Deontay Wilder be here. But AJ don't have a desire to go to the United States. So you got to ask yourself that he just perfectly fine being the big fish in the small pond. Usyk didn't fought in the United States, but the best matchup was AJ versus Wilder. That was going, he make way more money than he do fight Tyson Fury in the UK. Because ain't nobody gonna pay for AJ and Fury over here. And come on at 5:00. Like, man, come on. 5:00, you want me to pay, $50, $60, $70? Shit. Nobody gonna pay for that fight. So like I said, how they did Wilder and how they tried to, run away from Wilder, and you still end up losing to Andy Ruiz and Usyk. And you took money out your own pocket, listening to the Pilgrim behind you and Eddie Hearn. Y'all should have made that shit happen. Even if it's down the line, that fight should happen when he fought Andy Ruiz. Like right around that time. That's a huge fight. I mean, then, but then again, they know Wilder didn't have to come to the UK. So, because the money was so good. So, like I said before, man, AJ is a funny cat, man. I think he's an okay fighter, but he not built to fight, bro. He not built. He like Witowski off of Longest Yard. You both in my nose. He not built for this, bro. And Usyk is. And he might catch Usyk and win, but can he beat Tyson Fury? I don't know. We know he could beat Dillian Whyte, but like I said, I'm kind of like, man, I kind of becoming more and more of a Usyk fan, bro. And I'm kind of leaning. I want Usyk to win. All the female like body language he had in that Usyk fight. Like I said, I still haven't watched the full fight, bro, because I was in Charlotte. But he just had a lot of female body language I seen towards the end of the fight, and he get hit. He was in there. He was in there, man. He nigga ain't built for this, man. Usyk come from the streets of the Ukraine, bro. That motherfucker was just boxing in the snowstorm the other day. But if anybody can do it, maybe it's Anthony Joshua. Maybe Anthony Joshua get a second take at you, Maybe Usyk might get that brown paper bag. Brown paper bag. Might end up with that, bro. It might end up with that. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But let's talk about but yeah, let's talk about that one. But look how Eddie Hearn looking, bro. I knew they was in trouble. Ingus look, he cool. I interviewed Ingus, he cool as shit. How you looking at them, bro? And what Usyk did psychologically, bro, you gotta watch him psychologically, man. Because what he did to AJ, man, and come on, man, he sweet talk AJ, sweet love. You don't know the great Anita background. He sweet talked him, then came in there. Mama said, "Knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out." That's how you finesse him. He serenaded him. You know what I'm saying? Serenaded him like we was cool. We was boys. He got in there. It was like ping pong boom. But okay, let's talk about Tyson Fury, man. Fury don't look like he in shape, and maybe that's why Fury ain't fighting. Fury out here looking like a bag of Jello. And I don't care what y'all say. Oh, that's how he always looks, and this, that, and the third, man. Shit, he don't look like this. Somebody fat when they trying to hunch over, cover their stomach. Somebody.
That's what greatness at work looks like. Yes, come on, what's today?
Hold on. So, dude, that dude don't look like he in no type of shape, bro. Y'all niggas talking about fighting in March. They were talking about fighting in March or April, May. Now, look, he don't look like, man, bro. And you could tell he don't like body work. Even he got the half guard, but he know there ain't nothing coming upstairs. They just doing body work. But look how he hunched over, bro. That nigga ain't in no type of shape, bro. They really probably don't count on fighting Dillian Whyte, bro. I'm telling you, the way this dude is, Dillian Whyte really might have this man's number, bro. He might be Mr. Telephone Man. Your arms down the when I call my baby number, I get a click. Man, bro. He might really about to hit Dillian Whyte with the click and goodbye. He really about to hit Dillian Whyte with the click and goodbye, bro. Look at this, man. Look what type of this dude ain't in no shape, bro. That dude, man, that dude, like he just been enjoying life. And I ain't mad at you. But the job isn't done, bro. And then Joseph Parker in there with him. You pass up an IBF opportunity. To me, that's trash. I'm telling you, they don't make boxers like that. They don't make men like they used to. They don't make men like they used to. And that's the God honest truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury was able to get off his couch, do a couple sit-ups, jog a little bit, and become quote unquote the lineal WBC title holder, champion of the world, whatever you want to say. They let a nigga that built like this. And Joseph Parker he won the title, then he lost his title, ain't fought for a title since. Like I said before, man, this is the dude that Deontay Wilder let beat him. This is a dude that some of us call the number one heavyweight. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. But I mean, it's what it is. I mean, he don't look like he about to fight, but we said it before. And he came out, like a beast versus Wilder. So we'll see, man. We'll see. And see if he the same fighter. He took a lot of punishment versus Wilder. Say it like it or not in that third fight. The first and the third, he took a lot of punishment. A tremendous amount of punishment. And like I said, Wilder was hurting him down the stretch. People just wasn't noticing it. He just a mentally strong guy, bro. And when you come from a historical background of bare knuckle fighters, it's gonna take more than one punch to put him down. And Wilder learned how to put his 1, 2, 3 shots together. It's been interesting, but like I said before, this is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsor video, chop it up. Appreciate that. On my social media subscription. Twitter's the fast way to Instagram and Facebook. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $sign CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Best way to donate. Thumbs up the video, comment, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe button, bell icon button, hit all notifications. Increase your chance of notification. We go live or drop a video. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. Check the heavyweight boxing playlist out and the boxing news playlist out.